Over the past few weeks, the Counter-Strike market has gone wild. Many skins that already had inflated prices have gone up even more, with no real explanation. But while everyone is focused on how long this might last, each week we also see different community traders getting banned. People with inventories worth hundreds of thousands of dollars lose everything overnight. Their skins get locked by Valve support, and worst of all, they have no idea why. Usually, many of these cases are simply the result of false reports, and Steam support imposes a sanction that's fairly easy to lift. But in recent days, some well-known traders have received something more serious: a trade ban, which is much harder to reverse and usually targets accounts trying to move stolen skins. Right now, you could say being a CS2 trader is a high-risk activity, because you never know when a sanction might hit you. So today we're going to talk about this and the factors that can cause a ban. Let's go! Let's start with something basic that a lot of people ignore: Steam's terms of service. Yes, that long list of rules no one reads. Well, right there is a rule that the Steam support enforces at their discretion. Counter-Strike skins cannot be sold for real money. Trading on third-party sites is against the rules, and Valve can ban our Steam accounts at any time for breaking the user agreement. But don't panic, this doesn't mean you'll get banned just for buying a skin on CS Float or similar sites. Even if the rule sounds scary, the truth is third-party trading sites are a huge part of Counter-Strike's competitive scene, especially because of sponsorships and making teams financially viable. So Valve mostly has that rule in place to use in specific cases, and to avoid taking responsibility if you get scammed or someone fails to complete a deal. This rule is most often used against Counter-Strike gambling sites, and it affects both the bots that deliver skins on these platforms and the users who actively supply them with skins. In fact, over the past year, many people have been banned, and millions of dollars worth of skins were lost because of this. And no, you're not going to get banned just for playing a bit on one of those sites or even on a case-opening platform. The vast majority of bans happen to people who are actively trading large volumes of skins and are the main suppliers for these websites. For the average Counter-Strike user, using a site to trade or sell a few inventory items isn't enough to get your account banned, and this is important to keep in mind. Although Valve states in their TOS that selling skins is not allowed, they also reserve the right to enforce that rule as they see fit. As long as you don't break the rules, your account won't be at risk. That said, even some very minor actions can cost you your Steam account, so let's take a look at those. The most common ban in the CS2 community is the community ban, a sanction that completely freezes your account. Your profile is set to private, your skins are locked, and you can't interact with anyone on Steam. Usually, this type of ban is applied to typical bot accounts that spam user profiles trying to steal skins. They leave messages like, "I'm interested in your skins, let's play together," and 1,000 other things just to get added and begin the scamming process. The problem is that to fight these bots, Steam implemented a filter for certain risky words, and if you use one of them and your profile gets reported, you could be banned instantly. Words like trade, "I'm interested in your skin," CS Float, CS Money, or names of skin trading sites are all considered banned words. Even though there isn't an official list of prohibited terms, the best thing is to avoid writing anything in the Steam comment section. Many traders who had messages asking about the skins and then received mass reports ended up temporarily banned. A ban that's relatively easy to lift by contacting Steam support, but still a very unpleasant experience. If you truly haven't done anything wrong, recovering from a community ban is easy, but if you receive a notification that your account has a trade ban, then you'd better start praying. It's incredibly difficult to get your account unlocked. One of the oldest cases is that of sendoh, a well-known trader in the community who had already been banned in the past. Eventually, he received a message from Steam support stating that he had violated the platform's terms of service, and for that reason his entire account was permanently locked. This ban happened on December 30th, 2024, and to this day, sendoh is still banned. In recent weeks, two other well-known traders were also banned. One is Junga, a trader from Portugal, and the other, even more recognized, is Neon, a fellow creator who makes videos about the CS market. Both of them submitted tickets to Steam support to resolve their bans, and in all cases they received the same automated message, that the sanction could not be lifted because their accounts had been used for commercial purposes, the infamous rule that Valve enforces whenever they want. But why would Valve apply this rule to these traders? Did they do something wrong? Well, yes and no. Everyone's different. Each person has their own decisions and ways of working. Even if banned users claim they did nothing wrong, many times it turns out they were providing stock to gambling sites, or they knowingly or unknowingly bought stolen skins. Being a trader is not the same as being a regular user who occasionally buys and sells a skin. A trader completes dozens of trades every day, constantly interacting with others, and the chances that one of those people is trying to sell stolen skins are very high. Some people are cautious, they ask about the skin's origin, check the trade history for anything suspicious, and even store risky skins on other accounts just in case. But just as there are people like that, there are also traders who buy and sell skins blindly, without asking questions. So if they get reported and Steam finds evidence that they're holding stolen skins, getting unbanned becomes almost impossible. This doesn't mean that the traders mentioned in this video knowingly bought stolen skins. The most likely explanation is that they accidentally ended up with stolen items. When you trade with so many people every day, it's impossible to investigate every single skin. Often, it's just a series of unfortunate events that lead to a major sanction, and along with it, hundreds of thousands of dollars in skins and someone's livelihood are gone. In the end, when you create a Steam account, you agree to follow Valve's rules, even if they're not actively chasing everyone who trades outside the Steam marketplace, because doing so would be counterproductive. If you interact with the wrong person or end up with a skin you shouldn't have, it could be the end of your account. So my recommendation is to always be as cautious as possible. If someone offers you a skin at a price that seems too good to be true, be suspicious. It could be a scam or just someone who obtained that skin illegally and wants to get rid of it quickly. In conclusion, being a trader right now is extremely risky. Many factors could lead to the end of your account: supplying skins to gambling sites, buying stolen items, or even just writing the wrong comment on Steam, so be very careful. That's all I have to say for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with everything about CS2. I'm Sendoh and I'll see you next time.